Okay, well, welcome back. Welcome to episode 14 of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, going mostly solo with Harrison, the man tragically unable to kill kobolds with 4 hit points, and his equally inept controller, yours truly. So we've just to kind of just very quickly take stock of where we ended up. We've finished the quest in the Nashkel mines, and we don't really have that many things on in our journal anymore. Our next port of call for the story is Baragost. We have to visit this mage Transig, who we'll see a little bit later. But before we do that, we have to hand in this thing here, Mullahay's holy symbol, to the mayor in Nashkel, to just demonstrate to him that everything is hunky-dory again in the mines, and we might have a little bit of money to be able to invest in a few more arrows, because we're going to need some pretty decent ammunition when we go and try and find the bandit camp. But first we have a new area of the world map, the mine exit here, to explore, which is a region known as the Valley of Tombs, and yeah, rather than tell you, I'll show you. So here we are, the Valley of Tombs. Just round the corner here there is a group of 4 mercenary assassin types, and we'll deal with them a little bit later, because I want to get a little bit more distance before and actually uncover more of the map, so we're not going to bump into any random encounters. And oh good, so that little Algeron's cloak, the spell, we used it, didn't we? So I don't think I can. Yeah, it's the cursor's greyed out, so we may have to rest before we try tackling these 4 assassins, because it will be handy to be able to charm one like we did with Mullahay, and of course, that good start, a war dog. +1 arrows enough? Oh no, I've used them all, haven't I? Oh, +2 it is. Especially since there's more than one of them. And I'm just going to run into another random encounter, aren't I? Anyway, so yeah, we may need to rest after this encounter. Oh, I caused the war dog to critical miss. That's a novelty. He hasn't suddenly decided to become competent, has he? Anyway, so yeah, I will want to rest before tackling that group of 4, because it's a difficult enough fight when you have a full party. So trying to do it with just critical miss Harrison here will be quite a logistical and tactical challenge. So we'll just leave a little bit of blackness in this area here, so we don't trigger that encounter, because there's plenty more opportunity in here, in this region, to get ourselves killed. So why rush? Take your time. So this is called the Valley of Tombs because there's a load of tombs in cave systems here, and I'm not really convinced that the loot in them, at least as I remember it, is good enough to warrant fighting enemies in close quarters that can cast hold person, and then just batter me to death while I'm on my own and can't do anything. I mean, I do have potions of freedom that give me free actions, but I really need to save those for Cloakwood, because if I miss a trap and get webbed by Etacaps, yeah, that's going to end up being pretty fatal. So I need to make sure that I have at least one of those potions left for when we go through the spider-infested woods after we've found and wiped out the bandit camp. So there is one tomb I do want to go into, because there is a little quest, or well, it's not really a side quest really, because it's done and dusted in about 2 minutes flat. But as I edge up back to kind of like around here, we should find a crazy screaming thief who's bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. There he is. And yeah, more dogs. Why? Yeah, don't interrupt me. Okay. So yeah, don't let him get me, please. So yeah, what the hell are you on about? Yeah. So you what now? So yeah. So he stole the dagger from a tomb, and as you can see, it's a +2 dagger, which is very, very good indeed. I don't need it. I've got my longsword +2, and I don't think you end up being cursed, but there's experience points in returning the dagger to its owner, who's in this tomb here. Yeah.
Must revenge.
Yeah. So this revenant, this quite high level zombie, yeah. You don't bargain with the undead. It's just like yeah, take it. So 900 XP. Thanks very much. And I get to raid the coffins. And there's that potion of invisibility. Excellent. Very good for a thief. Very good for a thief. And what's that? Another potion of freedom. Excellent. So we can definitely make use of those at some point in the not too distant future. So yeah, actually it's been a while since we checked our record and had a look at how many XP. Yeah, so when we hand in the Nashkel Mines quest, that'll still leave us with something like a good 30,000 XP to go to the next level. So yeah, that's not happening anytime soon, is it? So we're going to try and clear this area, because other than the random encounters with dogs and worse, there's a scripted event as well. A mage has been doing some magical experimentation, which always ends well, doesn't it? So we're gonna see what he's up to, and inevitably end up having to kill things. There must be something in the blood, because, you know, progeny of the Lord of Murder. Okay, so sweep up a bit. Keep quick saving, so, you know, we don't... Goddamn Flynns. I really have a serious disliking for these guys. These do crushing damage. So, make ourselves feel a little bit better by changing the belt that doesn't seem to make any difference at all as to whether you get hit or not. Oh, a horror spell. So that's 50 to 100 gold to look forward to when we sell that on. I thought he'd have a friend, they usually come in pairs. Okay. It's been a while since we've had to Sir Robin out the way, isn't it? Okay, let's finish him with melee. Save an arrow. Probably at the cost of no hit points at all. That's another pleasant surprise. Okay. It's got to be worth a quick save, isn't it? It's just as well they're not rationed. So let's have a quick wander through there. Yeah, I'm going to go this way and clear that. Then we can come back, and then finally. So, I'm glad I have magical arrows for this little thing with the... actually, because we have a spellcaster to fight, I better use the bitey arrows. There he is. What a name that is. Yeah. Magic experiments. Spent 10 years as a physics teacher. I know enough about experimentation to know that, you know, a lot of the time it doesn't work, and when it doesn't work it's sometimes incredibly dangerous. Oh. I think I chose the wrong dialogue option. Because yeah. But that doesn't look good, does it? Okay. Yeah, let's reload that encounter. Because you're here to see carnage, aren't you?
Not a problem.
Well, I'm here for the carnage. Okay. What kind of experiment are you doing? Must be fascinating. I believe I've developed a spell to control gelatinous creatures. Slimes, jellies and oozes. Yeah. So number 2 is like you want to this one ends in instant combat. Can't remember the effect of this one. Are you really sure you want to do stuff without knowing what the actual result will be? That doesn't have any present day resonance at all, does it? Oh, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it's like the Borg. Don't let them touch you. Oh my lord. Yeah, okay. If you... I think that's a worse option than if you... than if you actually just antagonize him, because then you only have to fight one. But at least he's not hostile, so maybe I can still get his loot after if these guys kill him. So don't let them touch you. Oh! He just ran off. And my first attack was a critical miss with +2 arrows of biting. Okay. Might be worth it for the XP. Yike. Immune with a +2? Ooh, shite. Okay. We're not going to do that, are we? Let third time lucky.
It will be done.
Yeah, seem to be saying that quite a lot. What are you doing? Yeah. Tell me all about that. Right. So, mustard jellies rather than green slime. Yeah. So those green slimes must like need +3 weapons or something for you to hit them. That's quite scary. So this hopefully will at least be manageable. Spellcaster trash. Well, they're not trash mobs. They're actually worth quite a lot of money. So oh, they have magic resistance. So they... Okay, great. So he's injured. We'll give him some bitey arrows and hopefully keep disrupting his spellcasting. Yeah. I'm not sure if we're going to get a rebound, but... Okay. So, he's got some kind of adventurer's robe. Quite a bit of experience. That's fine. Right. +2. And let's hope... One damage. Oh. So... This could take a lot of arrows, couldn't it? Okay, definitely need that. I might actually be better with the melee weapon. Piercing a damage versus a jelly is probably not as good as slashing damage. Well, it's an idea, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so they're resisting the ice damage from the sword. They have a lot of hit points, don't they? Critical miss, Harrison. Come on, old buddy. That's one. Oh, yeah. That's my hit bar. 2000 XP. It's as much as one of the sirens from last night. Only I get to keep it all. I'm not going to make snide comments about him just standing there thrashing his sword at air, because those are actually quite serious enemies. You know what? I'm actually quite tempted to set up an alternate reality, because I'm it's my investigative nature. Mustard jellies defeated. Okay, so we'll have that as a save, and so we can go back to it if what I'm about to try now goes all completely horribly wrong, because I want to see if this best longsword in the game can actually do damage to those green slimes, because they may be worth more experience points. You know, kind of maybe not greater basilisk levels. I mean, 5,000 hit points is not. Why do I keep calling them hit points? I should just call them XP and just have done with it. Excuse me. Yeah, 5,000 XP is good, even for half of my health. But if we can do better, it's worth a try. So,
not a problem.
And we didn't try the fireball against the jellies either, though their magic resistance is probably so high. It's not going to work. What experiment are you attempting? You what now? Okay then. So, even if the fireball actually damages him before he gets out of range, he won't turn on us probably, because he just wants to get away from these jellies. Right. They've actually taken fire damage. One of them's dead. How on earth does that work? 65 experience. Yeah, so they do. Well, I think we've answered that question to our satisfaction, haven't we? Okay. So that was an interesting diversion into a parallel world, just to satisfy my curiosity. But we'll go back to the real world where I've taken more hit point damage. Right. So yeah. So let's clear out a bit more of the map, and we'll try and get a good rest in before we try tackling those mercenaries. Bum. So yeah, we may find more entrances to tombs like that one. Might be worth popping in. Quick saving first, of course, just to see what's there, and if it's like 3 ghasts, we're gonna Sir Robin out of there, because I don't think the loot is terribly impressive.
With ease.
3 ghasts. See that's why. So that was another, yeah,
It will be done.
dream alternate reality in our quantum multiverse. Yeah, we're not going in there without a protection from undead spell, scroll, or whatever. Because even with a free action potion, they would still give you disease, or make you nauseated. I don't. Who cares? We're not doing it. It's fine. A Grillion? Yeah. Should be okay. I mean, after all, we did kill a couple at level 1. So that's where we gave the dagger back. Yeah. So in these little bluffs, there are a few more. Again, maybe just for the instructional value of showing you what's in there, I can just take a duck in and... It's a ghoul! And... yeah, this is strange that, you know, when you enter a tomb, it shows you another tomb with another entrance and stuff that you can loot, but there's absolutely no way that I've ever found of actually getting in there. So I don't know if there's something in detect illusion that will allow you to find a door between the two, but I don't think so. You travel down a long tunnel to a group of 3 burial mounds. And why the heck can't I... Anyway. Should we see... Well, let's ignore him, because I'm probably not going to fight him. Anyway, let's just have a look
Not a problem.
at what's in there. Gold. Yeah. Wasn't really worth it, was it? And he follows me.
Will be done.
That's okay, actually, because I can outrun him, can't I? Let's make sure we don't trigger any random encounters. And we can have his 120 XP for the cost of a few arrows. I mean, if that had been a ghast, yeah, we would have been dead again. So as always, Sir Robin to keep him out of the way. 175 XP and 100 gold. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. And yeah, so go on. Just a nice afternoon stroll in a valley full of undead. Okay, zoom out a bit so I can see a bit better. What's that, gibbling? A +2 arrow seems a bit of a waste, doesn't it? If I can't take him with 30 hit points and a +2 longsword, then... Oh, there's lots of them. Okay. Arrows it is. And it'll be a rolling retreat.
I am not well at all.
Right. Let's put the right girdle on. Oh, they don't like fire, do they? That was so on brand, wasn't it? Critical miss. Yeah, let's run away a bit more. I mean, they've only got 6 hit points. Okay, let's make... I'm just giving myself a little more of a bird's eye view to make sure I don't run into anything. Yeah, they really don't like fire. Well, that's useful to know for the future. Well, we knew it already, but if we ever have any fire arrows. Right. So, just goes to demonstrate how even, you know, what you think might be low-level enemies, you shouldn't really underestimate them, because basically the game cheats, and yeah, you're always at a little bit of a disadvantage. So yeah, I'll keep the piercing girdle on, so just in case with this little group of mercenary assassins, if anyone gets into close range. But yeah, we're going to find a nice rock to sleep under for a couple of days to recover all of this damage, because I want to be saving my potions of health for when I really, really need them. And since I actually completed one chapter of the story, actually having a little bit of a rest should actually give me a little Brucey bonus. Okay, so quick save. We will have a rest and hopefully not be jumped by flins or ghasts. And a Grillion, okay. Could have been worse. And you know, it's a few more XP. Okay. So try again. Excellent. So, oh, I was expecting a cutscene. Didn't quite happen. Okay. That's odd. Maybe it's saving it for dramatic effect a little bit later. Who knows? We'll see. And of course, now I've rested up. All of the little random encounters will have been reset. So if I do have to do any Sir Robining, it's probably worth sweeping out an area where the random encounters usually happen, just to make sure that if there's anything to be triggered, I've already triggered it before I try and sort these guys, well, girls, women, out. It's a gnoll, just a normal gnoll. He's probably got 5 friends behind him. No? Oh, just the one. Okay then. Right. So I have my cloak and I have my fireballs. And if I use them correctly... Right, so working from memory, there's like 4 people standing in a kind of like a formation like that, and the leader is the one that's here. So the first time I finished Nashkel Mines and my party was in bits, and we walked out and went straight round there into the ambush, and we all died. Good times. So I am going to sneak around the back and try and just not trigger the dialogue from the leader before I have unleashed my ambush. Okay, yeah. So I think we have a divine spellcaster in this group, so when I get around the corner I'll switch over to the bitey arrows. Down, boy. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. Can I get through there? Yeah. Right. Keep on quick saving. Right. Right. Now, as you may have observed in some of our other encounters where we've been using area of effect spells, you can actually hit stuff that actually in areas that where you haven't uncovered the fog of war. So I could just spam fireballs here and potentially do damage to this party of assassins. But that's a little bit dishonourable. I at least like to allow having them in actual sight. So we have an archer. I mean, they look like thieves, but the woman who's here is a spellcaster, and the leader, who is in this black part here, I'm not going to be able to hide in shadows to do a backstab because she'll see me and trigger the encounter. I'm going to have to master this whole backstab thing at some point, but not right now. So yeah, the leader, I think, is another one of these clerics of Cyric, divine spellcaster, who, you know, does the whole hold person, rigid thinking, horrible stuff. So as soon as I trigger the script, these all go hostile. So you would take a reputation hit if you just, you know, indiscriminately started lobbing fireballs around and they were classed as innocent. But since these ladies are nothing like innocent, I have no problem at all, because they're out for my blood. So I'm going to give them a present. You know, a fireball in the middle of their party, which I guess is what they always wanted. And that's got rid of a couple of them immediately. Or, well, one anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So one's dead. I get some nice arrows and some nice studded armour. And now, because she's the one in range, I'm going to try and charm her. Because then it's the old meat shield strategy. No. That's funny, because I think exactly the same thing about you. So so she has these poisoned arrows. What are they? No, they're just normal darts. And a pretty rubbish short sword. These potions are good. I was tempted to actually just get her to spit that into the party and suicide, but I might want to keep it later, because I can just invest a fireball from my necklace of missiles. Can she not actually walk in there? Yeah, because she's under my control, so she's limited by my sight
With
range.
these.
Aha! So now
Means nothing to me.
you can attack the spellcaster,
Yes?
and we will chuck in another fireball. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not going to use the sexist answer. I don't have any friends. That's why I'm wandering around alone. And in the game. Talking about futile. Ooh. Okay, that's another one down. So she's running, and just to make sure, yeah, it looks like she's casting a divine spell. And of course she made her saving throw, because... Oh crap. That's... Oh,
I am not well at all.
that almost worked, didn't it? That damned rigid thinking. So those poisoned arrows of hers are actually... all darts are probably going to kill me, because there's nothing I can do. Please. Okay. If I made my saving throw on the on that rigid thinking spell, that wouldn't have happened, and we would have been absolutely fine. So I think I'm going to change my tactics slightly.
It will be done.
So just edge a little bit forward and a little bit more. So that's really good. I'm going to quick save there, because now I can spam a fireball right in there, trigger the encounter, and then do the dire charm, or the charm creature. Okay, so when in doubt, more fireball. Alright. Yeah. Come on. There. If I don't make my save, I'm just going to reload, because it's one of those special homing spells. Why they all... Like I said, the game cheats. Yeah. Okay. Third time lucky. Harrison, if you didn't roll like Will Wheaton, we would have been finished with this 5 minutes ago. Ooh, oh. I actually hid in the shadows. That's bizarre. Okay. Never mind. Come on. Alright. Oh, I got a critical hit. Nice. Near death, badly injured. Always better to take one person down. Yeah. And I can... yeah. So I need to get rid of this poison and then... Gulp. Come on. Have a drink. Right. And now... Charm. I shouldn't have bothered, should I? Right.
I'm not well at all.
I know you're not. Drink your potions. Right.
Not a problem.
No, I don't want to talk. I'm not in the mood for talking. Right. I'll have that as well. Because she's panicked. She's... Right. I have a bitey arrow. Right. I'm just gonna pony up my health, and we'll see if she's still alive. No, she's not. Right. I think she might have actually... The leader might have actually died in the first hit. That's why... Oh, okay. What's that? Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't last long. But again, if I need to do any pickpocketing, that might be quite handy. Fireball, always handy. And that is immense. I'll be saving this until the final battle. The dexterity penalty on this is not really worth it for a thief. So, can I? Yeah. Oh. So yeah, this is a very decent longsword with a big bonus versus undead, so I'm not going to sell that. I am definitely keeping it. Now I still can't ID that or that. I know arrows of fire. Can't ID the armor, and that's studded +1, and that's leather +2, I think. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, I've used a few arrows. I got 20 fire arrows in return. I've only used 4 of my fireballs, 1 of my potions, and a couple of healing and antidote potions. Job done. So, do I have the strength to carry that? Because that's, yeah. Because that's moderately valuable. Anyone would think I've played this before. So... Right. So we never need to come back to this hellscape again. Which is a relief. And... yeah, let's get out of here. Let's hand those quests in. So we'll hand it in, and we'll just do one more thing on this video, and that will be moving to the next part of the story. So, Nashkel. I didn't get waylaid by enemies. I'm almost disappointed. Because if I'd been in that little same transit where the hobgoblins had waylaid me twice and I'd been stuck in there again, there's a distinct possibility that they might have had 18 hobgoblins in that area trying to kill me, which would be hilarious. Right. Anyway, so I hope you're going to give me lots of money and lots of experience points.
Stand away, citizen.
I've returned 900 gold. Yeah, it's a small fortune, but I'll take it. Don't know. We'll check the XP. Yeah, so take it up to Thunderhammer and we will resolve the iron crisis. 1,000. I mean, if that was split between 6 people, that wouldn't feel like good value, would it? Right. Okay. Templar Helm. Get these guys identified. Can I? Yeah, I do know what those are. So yeah. Wow. Okay. I was sure when I'd actually mind controlled her, they were just normal darts, but when you pick them up, the darts are wounding. Weird.
It will be done.
Yeah. Brage is still upset.
Helm watch over thee upon thy quest.
Right. First things first. How many hit? I'm missing more than 8 hit points, so that's back to full health. And let's then identify these guys. There we go. So, definitely be making my money back on that. Oh, let's check the potions. I think
Not
I've
a problem.
completely bought them out of health potions by now.
Helm watch over thee upon thy quest.
Yeah. I'll grab one more antidote. And yeah, we'll leave those because that's an expensive way of even though it does poison, disease and 10 hit points. No, I don't have enough money for that kind of thing.
With ease.
I need to find more magical loot at the bandit camp and flog it before I can start buying up every potion in the Western Heartlands. Right. Let's make some more money.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
So, nice amount of money for that longsword, but it may well prove useful at a later date, so I don't need that, or that, or that. Alright, Talos' gift. Electrical resistance. Good versus lightning bolt. Or stopping yourself from losing half of your hit points when you get hit by lightning. I think, is that twice now? Anyway, we'll sell that. So this is one of the stores that you can actually steal from. And there is a... it's not a cheat, it's more of an exploit. That if you get potions of master thievery and or potions of perception, and you really supercharge your pickpocket score, you can like buy you can sell items back to the store and then steal them back and sell them. And there's a really, really good place in Baldur's Gate 2 where you can actually use this trick. And, you know, it's like you just sell rogue stones and steal them back, and you just keep going until you got like 1 million gold. And the storekeeper's so stupid, and they have infinite money, so...
With ease.
I am death come for thee. Surrender, and thy passage shall be quicker.
I forgot about him. Yeah, he's another one of these thief mage type guys, so there's nothing you can do to talk him down, so I'm so glad I have these arrows, because I did actually make the mistake once of actually using one of these potions of explosions and just like wiping out all of the pedestrians, all of the innocent bystanders, you know. Actually, I think this Rasad, this companion monk, might actually join in the fight, because he's a good aligned character, so... well, we'll see in a second, won't we? Yeah, there we go. Oh, what's he? Horror. I hope I make my saving throw. And of course I haven't. Come on, you useless monk. Well, actually running off like this is... Oh, so... I'm probably just gonna panic down here for a while that NPC companion actually does most of the work for me. This critical miss thing is catching, isn't it? So yeah, this horror lasts for quite a while, and for once
With ease.
okay, we may have lost half of our hit points, but I can just go to the Temple of Helm. Oh wow. That NPC companion got killed. I didn't want to hire him anyway. It's like... that's, you know, if you're not going to wear armour or use weapons, then...
Helm watch over thee upon thy quest.
Can I have some healing, please? Let's say 52 behind there, yeah. Round 2. And hopefully by now he's used all his spells. Oh! And now the... now the soldiers have gotten involved. And... are you out of spells? Because that would be a real tragedy. He's still uninjured. Wow, impressive. He can't have protect... No, it was just a normal miss. How'd you like some poison arrows? You might have magic missiles, but I have poison ones. Not so clever now, are we? Are you gonna...
not mind looking.
So he's using these throwing axes now, so he must be out of spells. Yeah. Yeah, well that serves you right, doesn't it? Yeah. He was almost out of them as well. Okay, another... So this transit guy, I hired him to kill me. I'm going to have words with this Transig. Another short sword +1, and... Yeah, so that's a useful, potentially useful pair of boots. I'm going to keep the sneaky ones though, because I might, want those later. Do I? Yeah. Actually, I've got a load of spells in here that I can actually sell. Which will boost my money. I've got a few things in here as well. Yeah, I don't need the second topsider's crutch if I'm not having anyone else in the party, so... But we'd better spend another couple of hundred gold on healing. Because I need to save these.
With ease.
I thought he'd run off for a minute.
Helm watch over thee upon thy quest.
Yeah, you're really going to be earning your money today, I'm afraid. And can I... Oh... I've already identified everything, have I? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it's just as well that I've got lots of stuff that I can sell, because I'm going to need to get some more of these arrows of biting. They're just so useful against spellcasters.
Not a problem.
But each one is like 60, 70 gold from Thunderhammer, so...
Not a problem.
So, if I ever do decide actually to put together a party, selling all this stuff here actually isn't such a bad idea, because then I can just steal it back for nothing. I'm a thief, what are you going to do? So, right. So that's that. He doesn't want the letter, so that can stay in there. That stays. Let's... Yeah. I'll actually keep the identify scroll. Because even though, I'm not necessarily putting together a party, at least not right now.
The customer is always right.
If I ever do put together a party that has a mage in it, even if they already know the identify, spell, they can use the scroll to identify things, unidentified items as a one shot. Can I? Yeah. And that's for a quest. Oh, I should return that. Okay, that I can't. Yeah, I think it's full. So we'll sell that.
My prices are the best south of Waterdeep.
5,000. That's a lot of bitey arrows. Excellent. That bank balance is looking a bit more healthy now, isn't it? So, yeah. So is there anything in here we don't need? We don't want that, but I don't think he buys potions. We'll have a look.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
Right, that's fine. We will just keep it for now. So, yeah, that's why we weren't hitting with any bloody missile attacks. So by the end of this I'm going to end up with like 3 pairs of boots. So I think we return the green stone ring into this house here. So I think we have to break in. Yeah, 2 AM in the morning. Hi honey, your husband's dead. Because I think it's locked. Yeah, it is, it's locked. Is that the...
Not a problem.
Hello there.
No, it's not this one. And I'm not going to... I'll even close the door on my way out. I mean, the quest reward's piddling me. Rather than spend ages trying to find it, I'll just do it off screen. And actually just take us to Paragost. Okay.
It will be done.
So we can give those...
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
It's Elminster. I just do what I think is the best thing to do. Yeah. So yeah, this guy's effectively the most powerful spellcaster in the world, and he's kind of like one of the leaders of the Harpers, which is an organisation that tries to do good. A testament to charity and free will. Do we want to have that philosophical argument about whether free will exists? Maybe not right now. Anyway, we have quests to do.
Not a problem.
Da-da-dum.
I can make whatever you wish for a wee little bit more than me competition.
Yeah. Come back in a couple of days. And when you do, he will
I can make whatever you wish for a wee
he'll
little
have
bit
new
more
stock in, though they're not actually none of it's magical. So yeah, I could actually buy that back, but because that's slashing attack bonus. No, I'm gonna leave it, and instead top up my stock of +2 arrows. So before I do that, I should check my inventory. So yeah, I'm pretty much out of those. So I'll get a full stack of biting arrows, and you'll see how just how expensive they are. And I'll maybe get 2 stacks. Depends on what I can safely afford. I should be okay. thanks to selling that Ring of Sunni, I've got
I can make whatever you
a
wish
fair
for
bit
a
of
wee
money
little
now.
bit more than me competition.
I mean, this is as good a discount as I'm going to get. Yeah, I'll keep those. Arrow of biting. So he has 450 in stock at 52.5 gold pieces each for one arrow. You might as well just fling them 50 gold pieces into people's faces. It'd probably do them more damage. 4,000 gold on arrows. This is why it is an advantage not to actually have to invest money for a whole party and keep it all to yourself, because you can be really extravagant in, you know, spending this much amount of gold on ammunition. Goodness me. 7,000 gold for a few arrows. He saw me coming, didn't he? Anyway. Right. Right. One final thing to do tonight then, and that is to go to Feldpost Inn and beat the living crap out of this informant. Or, well, he's not technically an informant, but you could turn him into one.
It will be done.
Close the door behind me.
You smell.
Is that really any way of introducing yourself? By insulting them? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Officer Vi, she wants me to bring her bandit scalps. And will pay me 50 gold each. So, another thing to clog up your inventory. So. Okay. Might be worth resting before doing this.
Some whiskey?
Doing this little encounter with this Iron Throne mage. So yeah, we got a bit of money, we can afford a little luxury. Righty then. Nice little quick save. And upstairs we go.
Not a problem.
So again, here we have options in either he's not innocent, I can just kill him, or talk him into combat, or actually try and shake him down without killing him. But since he sent someone after me to try and get me killed, he's not going to leave this room in one piece, and that's just the way it is. Okay, before we really start this business of initiating combat, no, I don't want to use that. Not right now. Maybe I could use him for backstab practice. Because the only thing I really need from him...
Like these men want a little trouble. I'll
Well,
give them trouble.
yeah, trouble. You don't know what trouble is, mate. Yeah, it would be good if I could actually find some shadows to hide in. And then...
Seems to me like these men want a little trouble. I'll give them trouble.
Yeah. I need more points in stealth, don't I? Oh well.
Seems to me like these men want a little trouble. I'll give them trouble.
See, this is a really cheap strategy, isn't it? But I don't want him casting fear on me or horror or whatever. So I'm just going to charm him and get a little bit of distance and range, and then I'm going to kill him with bitey arrows. Unless, of course, he makes his saving throw. Which he did. Well, shit. So that's that plan out of the window. Oh, that's armour. I'm not worried about that. So after he takes a certain amount of damage, he will start to plead for his life, and I'll just basically say, you tried to have me killed, so no. Die, you. Unlucky. So we got another ring +1, another wand of magic missile, and I can rest to get those hit points back. Aha. Larswood or Peldvale. So there's a bandit camp up here somewhere, but we can't access it directly. We have to go through. So there are like 3 areas of woods around here. So you have Larswood, Peldvale. They both have bandits in it, and there is a way that you can actually try and con your way by joining the bandit groups and actually into them giving you the location. But it's more experience point rich to just kill your way in, really. And there's an optional little area around here where you can fight a few more of those red wizards who were giving Nera such a hard time. And actually, if you have Edwin in the party, who's also a red wizard, you actually won't have to fight them. Okay. Yeah, nothing doing in there. I wonder if I said hello to Algeron, would he realise that I'm wearing his cloak? Okay.
With ease.
So I will just quickly rest up, and I think we probably better call it a night because it's almost midnight in the real world, and here as well. Isn't that a lovely coincidence? So
You want some whiskey?
let's... Yeah, we've had a good evening. We're feeling rather pleased with ourselves, so let's let's have a truly luxurious experience.
You were startled out of sleep with a chill, though the night is warm and calm. It is though someone has walked across your grave, and for a moment you wonder if it was you. With this thought, the ground beneath you opens, and you are swept into the dark. When light returns, you do not find its presence comforting. Before you lay the empty mines of Nashkel, cleansed by your previous passage. You move through walls and floors alike, descending deeper and deeper, until a bloated figure comes into view. Mullahay, in no better shape than you left him, stands motionless before you. Held from whatever afterlife calls it, this foul apparition has been waiting for you. A dagger of bone hovers before it, ready for a willing hand to drive it deep. Had this creature breath, you are sure it would be hurling curses. It waits for the kill, a death beyond death, and knows no hope. You turn your back on the blade, and it clatters to the floor. Punishment enough shall find this creature in the land of the dead. You need not inflict any more upon him. Surprised and thankful, the visage of Mullahay hobbles forward and through you, off to whatever fate it deserves. Perhaps for safekeeping, it leaves a part of itself behind. It is a spark of hope that fills a space within you, a dagger-shaped hole you did not know was empty. There is a cry of rage from the depths, and the dagger of bone launches itself through the air. Your heart, its target. You awake just as it should have struck, and the cold sweat that covers you stings your eyes. A disapproving voice lingers in your ears, though it should have disappeared with the dream. You will learn.
Okay, so that was the cutscene I was waiting for after we left the Nashkel mines. So essentially, Bald is coming to you and speaking to you in your dreams and unlocking your divine potential, which, if you are a good character, results in beneficial spells, and which are kind of like cure light wounds, heal poison, and that kind of thing. And you get different spells depending upon your alignment. So having these cure light wounds spells is especially useful for classes that aren't particularly set up for healing, and especially if you're playing solo with a rubbish thief. So we will just have a quick look at our progress, and we are properly heroic, albeit useless, and we got less than 20,000 XP to go to level 9, which will, I think that's probably doable. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but in the not so distant future, maybe by the time we reach Baldur's Gate, finally, we'll get that next level, and then there's only one more possible level up before we actually reach the experience cap. So yeah, we did quite well out of that, and yeah, we will pay a visit to the Friendly Arm Inn, and then have a hunt for this bandit camp, and that's what we'll take a look at in the next video. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll hope to see you next time.